Hey, how you doing? Today I want to show you my current setup, what I've been riding, how I got this shape, how I made the shape. I'm going to take you through that process. Let's check it out. All right, so I'm going to show you how I make the shape of the board that I want. So I start off with about 3 8.5 by 11 sheets of paper, tape those together, find out my length. I want it to be about 32 inches, mark that, find my center line, mark 32 inches. I figure out what I want my width to be and divide that by 2. That'll be the line here that I make. Then I draw the shape out. If I want it to be symmetrical, you know, I can fold that line over and make sure those are going to be the same on both sides. Once I get that shape, I cut that out. Then I get some construction paper, start with the center line, trace out one side, flip it over, trace the other side so that it's the same on both sides, a mirror image of each other. Once I cut that out, then I have a good template for my shape. And I use this on boards that I get out of my mold, especially for a new shape that I want to test out, which is what this one is that I'm showcasing here today. So I get my shape out of the mold, put this on it, find my center lines, figure out my wheelbase, what I want that to be. Then I put this over, make sure I tape it down, trace it out, cut the board out, and then and that's what I've got here. Once I ride it, figure out if I like it or not, maybe I'll tweak a few things. In this particular board, I wanted a wide board that would fit these 9.25 trucks. I wanted it to taper in just a bit, have a good amount of nose on the board, and a nice wide tail. So this is kind of a combination of a few different things, kind of an old school cruiser shape, but also something that's wider in the middle that tapers down to the nose and the tail. So this starts out at 9.8 inches wide, tapers to 9.25 over the front and back trucks. It's got my mutant toad graphic there. When I designed this one, I knew this one was going to be one that I tested out. So I went kind of wild on the graphic and the color. I wanted to add some personality to the board. Yeah, that's how I come up with the shape. One thing I forgot to mention, after I've got my template here, and maybe I've already got a test board that I like, I'll ride it, see if I want to tweak anything. In this case, I did. I decided to go a little bit wider. So in the future, I want it to be about 10 inches wide instead of 9.8 inches. So when I make my next template, what I do is I put it on a piece of particle board so that when I get the board out of the mold, I can put in my wheelbase holes, strap it down to this. This is what I call a jig, and I run it through my router so I get the same shape every time. So this shape is a test shape. I decided to tweak a few things. So this current shape is going to be the new shape that I like to ride. It's going to be a 10 inch by 31.75 and a 13.8 wheelbase. I think the wheelbase on this is a 14 inch. So I think I'm going to take it in just a little bit, get a little bit more turn to the board. And try that out. So that's what happens once I get this shape going on the test phase, and I like it and it's something I want to make more of in the future. I make a jig out of this is just compressed wood here. Then I put in my holes for my trucks, and I can run it through my router, and that's it. I did a little bit of riding, testing it out. Took my son to a small park near me. So yeah, check it out, see what you think.